Hey, good morning, traders, and good evening to those of you watching this really late. Peter here with Forte Trader. I want to make another free video here for YouTube subscribers and for some of our students to watch this over again when you need to. An introduction to an explanation about what it costs to be a trader. And a lot of people question what the total cost is. It's flexible and it kind of all depends. But I want to make this presentation and show you like one of the average most efficient costs it would take to be one. So first of all, education. Our school costs $2,500. This is a lifetime one-time fee, and it includes 3 months of a weekly one-on-one with me, reviews of your courses and charts. Now, it sounds like a lot of money, and I know there's a lot of things out there that look less. There's also a lot of schools that charge 5 times what this is. Now, we keep things simple in our school. We show you the simplest, easiest methods to make money in the futures markets. You're going to see that when you get into our course. And this is an overhead expense to make money. I mean, in our market research on this price was a pretty fair price for what we're showing students and how they can make money in the markets. We've learned that, how much does it cost to get a college degree, and what's your guarantee after you get that college degree? Let's be real about that. I have the 6 years I sold cars. I've seen a lot of applications from a lot of post grads, and credit situations were ugly, and incomes were probably equivalent to what you make as a first year as a pretty educated trader. So we don't want to bash the amounts that we see here. This is a business, and I'm going to get more into that in detail a little bit later. You got to treat it like a business, and so part of that is education. It's easy to go and open up a trading account because you have money. Just like going to a casino in Vegas is what they refer it to at this point. That's what you kind of make it when you have some money and you say, I'm going to try the market out, or I'm a finance major at this university and I want to try out the markets. I've spoken to a lot of students that have that intuition, and they desire to go and show their professors in their department that, hey, I'm making money in the market, and you blow accounts up real quick, and then it comes to an opinion that trading doesn't work. Or we tend to follow a lot of people. We buy into these like alert services, or we follow people from work that are trading and claiming they're making money, or maybe they make money a few big shot time. They only show you that, and then we tend to follow our coworkers or somebody at work and thinking, oh, we're right under a guru, and we make money a few times and we're excited, and then it doesn't work. And some of us have been there, and that's why we lead to the statistics that most people fail at trading. It's because of lack of education. So we need to really emphasize how important education is. I spent over $10,000 through 4 different mentors before I found a strategy that works for me and that's effective and tracks me part-time, even $40,000 to $60,000 a year. I'm not making millions of dollars here, folks, but this is the realistic thing about trading. It's not get rich quick. Okay, so you want to spend some money on education. Be prepared for that, and you need to do this if you want to succeed. Don't anticipate on watching a couple free YouTube video and you think you're gonna get it down. It doesn't work. I've tried it, and it ends up costing me more money in the long run. You gotta have a very decent computer, a laptop, pretty decent, right? What we have available these days in our average stores is pretty good. A few years old laptop is not a bad deal. You don't have to go all crazy on this as long as you have a pretty decent processor, because our platform is pretty robust that we use in the trading world. So a pretty standard laptop will work. I don't really care what it is, folks. This whole image that's been painted on the internet of traders, a zillion monitors, those are guys that are trading multi-stocks at once. I respect them. I know a few of them, but at the same time, our breed of traders that we're going to trade you to be, you don't need all this stuff. This is just a bunch of image, and you don't need you can't travel around the world with it. So just a good laptop. In my home office, I have my laptop, and I have a 26-inch screen that I add on as a second screen, kind of just for more convenience and luxury, if anything, but mostly for convenience. If I'm on the web and I want to read news through, see what kind of news is going to hit for the day, it's just so I don't have to bounce through screen on my laptop. But be prepared to do that when you're traveling. So we don't need anything more than a really decent, halfway decent laptop for that. You're gonna need a platform and a broker. We don't get paid by Ninja Trader or anything to like talk about this, but this is what we use. This is the most affordable wholesale broker right now. We can get round trip trades in as low as like $4, sometimes $3.50. You know, just depends how big our contract sizes are. But they used to just be a platform a long time ago, and now they are a broker as well. Really easy sign up process. Took me like an hour to sign up and get approved with them, and then get funding instructions on how to fund our account through them. So yes, they do have a lifetime license of $1,000. A lot of other educators don't tell you that. You don't have to buy a lifetime license. You can lease it for $60 a month. The platform is really solid. That's what we trade off of, and that's what we make money off of. So you need to have a platform and broker. And in our course, we teach you how to set all that up, how to set up Ninja Trader. We don't just throw you in with the big dogs. I mean, I have a first 3 or 4 videos I'm going to show you how to get that all set up, from downloading to setting up your chart and setting up the way that we trade. You're going to be surprised how simple it is the way that I trade. Okay. You need reliable internet connection. If you're at home, make sure you have some really strong lines, reliable. At one time I had a company, I'm not going to say the name, where once a week it decided to just stop for 15 minutes. You don't want to be in the middle of a trade and perhaps you don't have any like your risk management set up yet, where we'll talk about that in the future, and so you don't have a server side protection from your broker to stop you out in case you are losing money, or to stop you if you're at your profit margin if you lose internet connection. Another example, if you're traveling on a trip and you're in a hotel, you got to make sure we have reliable internet connections where we trade from. So whatever that cost is, you probably already have this at home, so you don't have to worry about adding this to your expenses in your new business. So definitely going to need to have that. Startup capital, people asking what they need to start up your futures account. At least $1,500 will be like a bare minimum. I wouldn't suggest any less. More is always better. But you know, if we really utilize our education and have the proper setup and the mindset, we can start for as low as $1,500 to at least open our Ninja Trader account and start trading at least one contract at a time and be safe. You could officially get 3 at $1,500 during your day margin, but we don't want to push ourselves like I did in the beginning when I wasn't educated as much. So you know, that's about a good amount right there to start with that. You know, last thing you need, and there's no real big cost to this, except it can cost you later in the long run. There's no upfront cost. Patience and trust. I've always been known to be one of the most impatient guys. My mom always growing up told me, Peter, in your businesses, you have to have patience. So my mentors in the car business stress the same thing. You know, it's something that is my own enemy. I usually have to work towards being more patient. It works when I am, and in this business, when you're building up and trying to learn, it can get very frustrating. Like I mentioned before, it could be really lonely. Trying to get this down, it's hard to pick up a phone and grab a hold of any of us. If you don't have anybody in your community that's into this, don't worry. We know how it is. You're not alone. That's what we're here for, and that's what, you know. So just trust that. Trust yourself. Be patient. Don't feel alone. We're here for you. I hope in the future we will be having maybe some annual meetups where we actually have fun together too, not just like a trade talk. Okay, so you know, gotta make some sacrifices. The first part of this video is about, you know, what it overall can cost you overhead and upfront cost to like you know, be a trader. Some of the sacrifices, you know, you gotta maybe give up some temporary things. Me being like a car and motorcycle guy, I love cars. I've been in the business for 6 years. I used to sell a lot of cars. One of the last fun cars I had was actually this car. For a little while I worked with the Ford company. I was with Volkswagen for a majority of my time, but this car was one I had for a very short time. I had a lot of fun with it. I had to make some sacrifices. You know, when I was getting in this business, I had to pretty much give up the car business, and I put myself in a little 4-door sedan and started Ubering because I needed the flexibility to be a trader. And that's another sacrifice I had to make, is actually had to give up potentially making a lot more money while I'm in the business of selling cars so that I could make my trading business succeed. This is one of my motorcycles I've had. For those of you who know me, I've owned probably over 12 different kind of motorcycles. I still have it. It sits in the garage, and I don't take it out as much anymore. Right now, it's not about having too much fun for me. I do believe in balanced lifestyle, but same time right now, building this business means a lot more to us, for us in our community. And this was one of the VWs I used to own. For those that know VWs, that's a Golf R. It was a fun car. This was me in the mountains in California, biking with the wife, and I have to give up these things for now. I can't do these because I need to work on our business and our trading and get everybody up to par and stuff. But by sacrificing a lot of these things, you get to enjoy more time with family. This is my sister and her husband that visited us with my wife on Labor Day in Austin, and my mom. And these are things we can do actually, without being too much financially successful, right? Just being a good family people. But when we make money and we build that time freedom, which is, like I said earlier, not making a lot of money, we get to enjoy places. And my wife and I love world travel. This is Prague Castle in Prague. For those of you that know my wife, she is Czech. This is one of our favorite places we like to retreat to because we have family there. And that's the Prague Underground. That's the actual photo I took that I thought came out pretty cool. Yeah, that's my wife at the United Club as we were flying off one day to go to Miami Beach randomly and go have fun, because that's what we do. This is what we like to do, and this is why we do what we do, is we want that time freedom. So, this is a business, folks. You gotta treat it like one. You gotta treat it like one. Sometimes it's easy to forget that, because we feel like when we're trading, it almost sometimes just feels like the people that bash us, that say it's like an online casino. Yeah, you see a lot of money floating around, and you think, we chase, but we gotta have a strong mentality, have risk management, treat it like a business. It is the most, if you do your research, it is the most affordable independent business around the world that you can run if you do it right. You are going to have no big overhead, no employees, and no brick and mortar business to have to go open and close every day. So even like the restaurant business, where the city I live in right now, people love to go out and eat, and people visit from all over to come here and eat barbecue and things. You can actually possibly run a good food business and make a few $100,000 a year if you're just halfway decent and give people good service. But you're tied to that food truck, or you're tied to that brick and mortar restaurant, and it might make you more money easier because it's food. But by all means, people have to eat, but you have no freedom, and that's not why we do this. We're not in this business to make easy money, a quick buck. We're here to make consistent profits and be free. So, and one of my business model and life model is always I like to make money to give back. That's something I always do when I'm doing really well with money. I pretty much have like a rule. May or may not be always 10%. It's pretty close, I think, in my opinion. But our business, the Forte Trader side of the business, believes in giving back 10% to those who are in need. It fulfills our soul. It's the best food you can give to your soul. This is a saying here by Madeline Bridges: give to the world the best you have, and the best will come back to you. When we give, we do give unconditionally. Probably not the best quote I picked, but because we give unconditionally, we don't expect anything back. But when we do, we've noticed time and time again, things come back around and take care of us. Our business, ourselves, our people, our health, our happiness. And I think that if we just all give unconditionally, the fulfillment comes back around. I used to turn down people that offered things to me. I felt like taking was not a good thing to do, but by studying kind of the laws of attraction and the fulfillment of people when they give and how it makes me feel better, I learned that declining someone's giving you take away their unfulfillment, you take away their happiness of giving. So I started learning how to accept things It's not bad to do that because it fulfills the other people and it makes them feel better, because that's what we're all trying to do too, and that's what we believe. So we want to earn, we want to work hard, we want to play a little bit hard too, and then we all want to also give back, you know. Don't be greedy. And especially money we make from the markets, you know, we took that this is a zero-sum game in the futures market. The money you made today you took from somebody else. Sadly, it's just the reality of it. So, you know, we want to also give back, so maybe complete the cycle there. So I'm finished here with this video. Just wanted you guys to know what it takes to be a trader, what the overhead cost is, and it's in my opinion one of the lowest overhead costs. Very independent business. We're going to teach you some of our most simple strategies. You're going to lose your mind, and if some of you that have wasted a lot of money out there on a bunch of yups, you're going to be like, what has just happened? Because I went around the block a lot of times before I found the way I'm going to show you makes really easy, quick money in the market. Now, even if you made 50 bucks a day, okay, 50 bucks a day. Look, if you do that around your full-time job, 1 hour a day, it's only $12,000 a year. You just paid off your education and your platform and your brand new laptop if you bought one, and then you still have money. And I'm talking 50 bucks a day. Okay, so we want to think small, not big. Let's start small, and when we have our big rewarding days, we want to be happy. But yeah, you could just add on contracts. We're going to teach you how to do that, and you can make a lot more than that, of course. Well, we got guys out there making 500 to 1,000 bucks a day. So it's possible with the right education, the right team. Forte Trader, folks. See you soon.